Here we are then. It's a new league, which brings new kits, and of course that brand new spanking, beautiful 8,000-seater new stadium. Now many people, including myself, think we brought Diego Volante back just as purely a romantic thing, right? Not so. He came up trumps when I asked him about a player. I went to the transfer screen, I asked my director of football, Diego Volante, suggest me some targets, namely a free transfer striker. And what he came up with was Davy Selk, a 32-year-old German. I've seen this guy around in previous FMs. He's been around the Bundesliga for ages. He's just going to be a bit of a class act at this level. 6'5", mentals for days, physical player. He's been a decent scorer at Bundesliga level with double figures here and there. So I think at this level, he could be a bit of a bargain. So a real nice clutch of players down here. Miguel Alves from Sporting's B team. Ivan Pavlic from the high division. Looks like a really good all-round midfielder, him. Vasco Oliveira's in that centre-back. He's got the right attribute range. Remember that attribute range? Now check out Luca Fletcher. He's an Englishman. I didn't want to bring too many Englishmen in, but I couldn't resist this one. He's formerly of Man City. Finishing's there, off the ball's there. Really quick and great in the air at 6'2". There's Davy Selk. Now under him, we've gone back to South America for Ian Lucas. The main reason I went for him was because he's a Brazilian called Ian. But other than that, he's 6'1", he's only 24. Sell-on value could be there. Now, probably my star signing is Hugo Felix from Benfica's B team. Didn't make the breakthrough. They released him. He's 23. Attributes for days. He's going to be like the heir apparent to Valente. So he's going to be his apprentice, if you like. Then on stream, someone told me this. I don't know why I didn't put 2 and 2 together, but told me this on stream and it blew my mind. We go to information. Down here. His brother, Tony João Felix. The plan is, in 4 or 5 years, let's reunite them at Salgueiros. So the tactic is going to be the same as last season because it did so well. And I want to give most of the players that got us up a chance because I do think most of them are good enough. The only changes in there has been the centre-back because he's taken the place of the player we lost on loan. Same deal for the striker. Selke goes up front instead of Miro. So this was a bit of a mad pre-season. I was lining up, got my friendlies ready. We had a decent early big win. But then, after just one pre-season friendly, we were straight into the League Cup. It was literally right in the start of July. We got through the first round against Vizela, but unfortunately got knocked out in the second phase, away to Boa Vista, local rivals, but they are a top division team, and we put up a good fight. So we're all set for a big season here. The media predictions got us 13th. I think we're going to finish 13th out of the 18, and do you know what? I would snap their hands off for that. A nice season of consolidation. That'd be lovely. Into the first games of the season now. We had a bit of a dream start. 52 minutes gone against Lyra, in it goes, and Seke scored on his debut. However, the rise up is starting to bite us already because they came back at us. And we lost our first game in our new stadium 3-1. Second game of the season, 93rd minute. Vizela steal it, and I mean steal it. We battered them. So this is a bit of a new situation for us. We're usually dominating at the start of the season, but now 2 losses out of 2, and we've conceded 6. No need to panic. Next home match, Fletcher got off the mark. Bang. A belting 4-0 win. However, that was followed up by a 4-1 defeat at home. Then, on paper, a really tough-looking away game to Maritimo. I'm not quite sure what happened, but we scored 5. And then in our next match at home to Santa Clara, we scored another 5. And then got battered. And immediately got our revenge in the cup. This team is just blowing my mind. Right, balmy start to the season. We win, we lose, we win, we lose. There's goals all over the place. I can't keep track. And we're randomly into the Taca de Portugal 4th round. In the league, we're sitting 14th. It's not looking great. We'd scored 24 times in 11 matches, which is fantastic. But we'd also conceded 25, which is not good. This led to an epic deadline day. With the team struggling in defence a bit, I somehow managed to get Nelson back on loan from Man City, costing around $2,000 a week, but still, what a result. And while I was there, in the Man City under-21s, I grabbed Harrison Parker as well, another centre-back. So I managed to do that on deadline day, and what a difference that's going to make. I've got 2 really good centre-backs now. They are really young and raw, but we needed a change conceding too many goals. But when you look at that team, you can see why we concede goals, can't you? At the end of the day, we've got 3 attacking midfielders there, 2 central midfielders on attack and an advanced playmaker, although he does drop deep thanks to the whole position, but it's still really attacking. Now, if you look a bit further back, both of my fullbacks, they are literally midfielders. João has been retrained and he's now pretty much a natural in that position. In Cruz, it was always the plan for him to play in that position. Came in as a midfielder, but now I've got really good midfielders. He drops back. So we've basically got 2 midfielders playing fullback. So in essence, in that entire team, I've got 2 defenders. So look, we're in a bad run in the league, but check it out. Check out our next 3 matches, will you? Have a little look at that. Next up is the first derby of this save. It's FC Porto B team in the league, but after that, wouldn't you just know it, in the TATO de Portugal 4th round, we've only gone and drawn FC Porto. If we survive that somehow, we've then got to play SL Benfica B. We've got 3 of the biggest matches coming up, and we're on our worst run since we started this entire career. So a rough few games, but that Benfica draw actually meant we'd not won in the league in 8. Definitely our worst run since we started this save, but it was a bit of a building block. Now I looked at the data hub and there was some things that we could change to help things. So look at this. This was the XG table a couple of matches ago, and you can see position 14th, expected points position that we should have got with chances missed, etc. 5th. So something wasn't quite right. We're creating loads of chances, we just weren't finishing them off and leaking too many. So I had 2 big things to address there. The fact that we're not scoring goals even though we should be, and the fact we conceded too many. Now the goal scoring thing, I had a little look at it, and I've got an advanced forward there in Fletcher. Wingers either side, central midfielders bombing on. There's loads of movement around him, so I thought to myself, why am I asking him to move all over the place? So all I've done is simply I've changed him to a poacher. Now the other thing I've done, I don't want to get rid of this attacking flow we've got with these 3. I've got every confidence in these 2 jumping into there like that, sorting it out. So the other thing I changed was a team instruction. Just to maintain our shape when we're out of possession, I'll just pop these 2 back there. This is the initial one, and this is now. Very, very slight changes. In fact, the only changes are poacher from advanced forward, and out of possession, I've dropped the press. I've dropped it right back now, so we don't press all over the place getting out of position. What I was seeing was this man or this man was chasing the ball everywhere trying to press it. Now we get back into shape, and it's helped with this run of results on both ends of the pitch. So we just won 2 5-goal wins on the spin, and then this one against a team who are 3rd in the league. We're focusing through the middle. Look at this football. Absolute thumping. Those little changes have meant that the squad have just burst into life. From 8 without a win till 6 without defeat. We're sitting mid-table now. It looks a lot more comfy with 24 points. This is the other area I like to look at when I'm conceding an absolute ton of goals. I go to conceding like that. I'll break it down for the last 10 matches or so. And what I saw from assists was the through balls were killing us. They were killing us. So that contributed to me adding trap outside to force people out, and that less pressing to get us back in shape. Now, terrible news, Francis Tony Khan is out for the season. Snapped his cruciate ligament. Ruthlessly, I acted quickly thanks to Umbo and Penza again coming up trumps with Samuel Bamba. Now, his pedigree is, not only does he hit the attribute range we're looking for, but his former club was Dortmund, and you know their pedigree for bringing up talents. High hopes for him. He's just joined. He's already started pretty well. So about halfway gone. Now, my plan is, if we get safe at some point, then I'm going to think about what am I going to do for next season, if I'm going to change the tactic, and if I'm going to do that, I'm going to bring it in with about 10 matches to go. It's also January in game, so it's time to create a nice recruitment focus in which we're going to eye up contract status. I'm going to look for expiring in 6 months' time, because with our finances, next season, it's going to be free transfers again.